Hey, welcome to a little bit of the Ur-Quan Masters, also known as Star Control 2. It's good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. This isn't DOS-Cider. Let's take that down. Nice to have you, Grimmeth. Nice to have you, Egrets. Wonderful to see you, as always. Oh, not new game. Although, we can learn about the Interstellar Fungi League. Last time that we played this was a little while ago, but we had just met the show Fixty, and we're autopiloting somewhere. We met the show Fixty, which are almost certainly the worst part of this game. And we've been slowly gathering up other allies. We're looking for the hot, if I remember correctly, as well as looking around the androsynth space, things like that. I got a little bit of coffee downstairs getting ready, so I'm going to get up and grab that in just a moment. We just set off from Seoul. I know that. I did see it. I'm trying to remember exactly where we ended. I know that I was on a course for something. I have all my notes here, so when we arrive at the coordinates, I'll be able to tell you. I set it in autopilot, so I knew exactly where I wanted to go, but I don't remember where that was off the top of my head. So I'll just have to see in my notes what it says when we get there. It's slightly bad without the voiceover work. Yes. Oh, for the show Fixty? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the, Oh, Beetlejuice! Oh, God. Okay, I don't even have to look at my notes. I know what we're doing here. We're about to meet the Siren. We're trying to gather up a whole bunch of allies to fight the Ur-Quan Masters. After, what, like 50 years or something? 20 years of humanity being under the slave shield of the Ur-Quan. Ruby World? Radioactive World, okay. I think that... Wasn't Beetlejuice where the Siren were? I think it is. The Siren are... They're good. I like the Siren a lot. There are, like, 0 races that I don't like. Except for, like, the way that they're written and stuff. Except for the show Fixty. The show Fixty are the exception. Unfortunately, they are really bad, which is just unfortunate. And yeah, like you said, they're not great without the voiceover work, but the voiceover work just, like, nails home a decision that didn't need to happen. Because I think that it was possible to be like, oh, well, that's just a misunderstanding without the voiceover work. But the minute you add the voiceover work, it's like, no, no. No, okay. Ooh, Treasure World's really good. Alright, give me one moment. I'm just going to check on my coffee very quickly and grab my notes from downstairs where I left them with my coffee. I'll be 2 seconds. reason for my longer break. It's a good reason. That's some good shit. Good froth. Fantastic stuff. Good to see you, Ghidorah. Welcome, welcome. I've got my notes now. And I was, in fact, correct. We're at Betelgeuse, which is the Cyrene system. Next, we should look at the hot in Delta Gorno. There's the Mycon and Beta Brahe. We did see the Thradish. The Bervixies we haven't seen. And the Druge, which we know are at Arcturus. And the Druge are at Zeta Persei the First. Probably be careful about being in danger of the invasion starting. So currently there's a civil war between the various Ur-Quan factions, and if that resolves, things are bad for the game. There's a hidden timer essentially on everything you can do. And I've been doing a lot. We've gone around the galaxy and gotten a lot of allies, just kind of explored a ton of different things. Maybe let the Zotfot pick die by accident. Oops. Listen, it's not my fault. The Ur-Quan are really bad. It's hard to deal with them. What can I say? Bump my keyboard and closed every window. Okay, there we go. Oh, finally settled in. It's been a long week again, y'all. It's been a long week. I have the final big wedding of the year. We have like 8 hours out-of-town wedding on Saturday. But at that point, we're like done. Then it's just the editing. Certainly its own trial, but things were very close, and once I'm done that, for those that have been around for a while, you'll know, then I'll just start streaming all the time, because I won't have a whole lot else to do. A funny job. Busy, 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 and then holy shit, there's just nothing for like a month or two. Not for very long, but it'll give me a little bit of free time. I'll be able to have a very regular schedule for quite a long time, though. I guess. I don't know. I mean, they're like half full. These are our cargo bays. I'll leave it for now. Honestly, I shouldn't have picked all that stuff up on the last world. I just wanted to get all the biological data. Ooh, hello. The Cyrene!
Attention, unidentified space vessel. Be warned. This slave world and its inhabitants belong to the Ur-Quan. I am Starbase Commander Talana of the slave planet Gaia. Your ship is not responding to standard hierarchy identification sequences. You are therefore classed as independent. And what? Is my monitor display correct? Is that a human commanding that vessel? Who are you? Hello, Captain. But you haven't answered my question fully. Why are you here? Where are you from? Has the slave shield been lifted from Earth? Are the Ur-Quan finally defeated? Simply put, Captain, what do you want from us?
Well, need your help to destroy the Ur-Quan.
I like you. Even though you're an obnoxious human, I like you. In another time, we might have become good friends. Perhaps more. But that's a fantasy, and my job is dealing with reality. We're not going to do anything to jeopardize what we've got here. We've come too far, lost too much, to ever risk losing Gaia, our new home. Don't get all judgmental on me, Captain. You don't know what we've been through.
Man, it's a good thing that they changed them for Star Control 3 and made the sirens of space, this. Very similar thing. Exactly like sirens.
Maybe some other time, Captain. I can show you the hidden functionality of my uniform. Knife included.
Very much the same. Good. I'm glad they kept the vibe across the games for sure. Like, this is definitely, it's playing into something obviously, but I think this one's okay. It's very much doing the, like, 70s Star Trek kind of like, ooh, alien babes, which is something, but I think that it plays with the idea playfully in the right way.
When Syra was destroyed, the only people who survived were in orbit, and most of them were members of our newly established, mostly female space patrol. From their ships, their orbital platforms, and their lunar outposts, they watched Syra die. Within 3 days after the cataclysm began, the surface temperature of Syra had risen by almost 75 degrees to above the boiling point of water. It became clear that Syra, our paradise, our Eden, was gone. The survivors spent years in orbit. They made a few missions to the surface and actually found a handful of survivors. But their main activity was to make preparations for departure. The Space Patrol fitted makeshift drive units to anything that could hold air, orbital factories, research pods, even hotels. When the fleet was ready, they left orbit and never looked back. The final population of our species was less than 10,000, with only 500 males, but they were the best and the brightest. For the next 75 years, our people wandered at sub-light speed through the stars, looking for a new home.
Don't you forget lonely?
Don't worry about us, Captain. We make out all right.
Wait, you make out?
This
Sorry.
is one of my favorite games
Huh?
ever.
Yeah, me too, Bright Shadow, for no reason at all. Thank you for the 69 months of subbing.
Very nice.
Our species are almost identical, almost too close a match to be just a coincidence. Our bodies are very similar, Captain.
They're very similar.
Except for certain parts. Our cultural development is also mostly parallel. Like you Earthlings, we evolved a society from primitive tribes whose main function were to protect themselves from the large reptiles native to our old world. The main difference between our two sets of cultures, the split in the paths of our development, occurred in what would have been your prehistory, say 5000 BCE. In your world, the agricultural communities were conquered by the more primitive, but also more aggressive migratory herding peoples. This led to a particular kind of sexual and political dominance structure which pervaded almost all of your Earth cultures until the early 21st century. On Syra, our only primitive migratory tribes were confined to our mountainous regions. Their herd beasts, the Weimar, did not do well in the agricultural basins and plains. The two cultures were isolated until much later, when the technological superiority of the farmers curtailed any major conflict.
Nice to have you though, Bright Shadow. This is definitely one of my favorite games ever too. I don't know if you've been keeping abreast of the DOScider ranking, but you might want to check out doscider.neocities.org to see which one is currently at the top of our 321 games that we've looked at.
It was our paradise, Captain, our Eden. Earth is the only world we know of whose variety and richness of life even comes close to Syra. Again, like so many other things about our two species, our worlds were very much the same. At least before you began encasing yours in concrete and plastic. Syra's gravity was a bit lighter than Earth's.
I love that.
And each day was 50%
fucking
longer.
Idiots.
Our diurnal cycle is therefore different from yours. We spend 20 hours awake, followed by 10 hours horizontal.
God. Uh-huh.
When the Ur-Quan conquered us over 20 years ago, I was only a young girl living in Habitat 31. My older sister Diani was a starship officer in the Space Patrol. She was part of the final defense at Raynet. She didn't make it back. When the Ur-Quan caught us in open space, we all thought we were going to die. But then, instead of killing us, the Ur-Quan offered us a choice. We could join the ranks of their combat thralls, or we could be slave-shielded in our homeworld. Like the people of Earth, we chose peace. We became fallow slaves. When the Ur-Quan told us to return to our homeworld, we explained that we had none. Ur-Quan Master 9 explained that they had encountered this situation before, and if we would provide them with a list of our requirements, they would use their extensive astronomical data stores to find a planet for us. So we told them about Syra, about the color of its sky, about the abundant life forms, about the fertility of the soil and seas. Less than an hour later, we received a terse message from Master 9. We were to proceed to these coordinates and disembark. This was to be our new home. But our new world, Gaia, was everything we described. We'd been searching for a home planet for 75 years, and in the end, it was our enemies who gave one to us. I grew up on a small island off the main continent, and like all of my people, we lived each day under the sick, red glow of the slave shield. When the Ur-Quan arrived 7 years ago to refurbish and recrew the starbase, I was selected as the new commander.
I know. Oh, hey.
When we first met your people, we'd been wandering through the stars for almost 75 years, ever since the death of Syra, our home planet. We joined your alliance, and I use the word joined loosely, because we had no other choice. The Fox were raiding our slow habitat columns, And we had nowhere else to go. We fought for survival, Captain. Nothing more. When your people on Earth were defeated, the Alliance just plain fell apart. The Yehat and Shofixi retreated to their native stars and didn't want us to follow. The Ariu, those creepy little weasels, just plain bugged out. Vanished, leaving us alone, with nowhere to go, smack in the path of the oncoming Ur-Quan armada. What were we supposed to do? Fight?
She's not wrong about the Ariu.
Two-thirds of our habitat fleet was unarmed. Many aren't even superluminal. We were going to be annihilated if we resisted, and we knew it. When the Ur-Quan surrounded us and started giving orders that all ended with, "or die," we took them at face value. We obeyed. In exchange, they gave us Gaia, the planet below. It's a beautiful world, Captain. I wish I could show it to you. So don't misunderstand me. We love our freedom as much as anybody else, but we've got a good life here, and we don't want to lose it.
I really like the story about them. You can really feel, like, with how much this game is a precursor to Mass Effect, how much this probably influenced the, the Quarians.
Like I said before, Captain, we would like to help, but we are unwilling to risk losing Gaia. Unless you can find a much more compelling reason for us to get involved, you're on your own.
Am I saying that you should play Mass Effect? I'm saying you should enjoy Star Control 2. Mass Effect there's a lot of great things to like about Mass Effect. I really liked Mass Effect 2. I really liked Mass Effect 1, honestly, when it came out too. And then it's funny because when Mass Effect 3 came around, I was a huge proponent of Mass Effect 2. And Mass Effect 3 came around and I was just like, yeah. Like, even before any bad news came out about it, any of that stuff, like, right from the beginning, I was like, I feel like I've gotten what I've needed out of Mass Effect. I didn't need the big ending, which was weird because it's a trilogy. But The fun part about Mass Effect, especially like Mass Effect 1, is that it does feel like this. In that it's very much like you going from planet to planet, doing a lot of universe building and discovery, and it feels like little discrete episodes almost going from place to place. And there is the big overarching plot, but a lot of the times you're just kind of putting out little fires across the galaxy, just kind of learning about like various aliens and your crew members and characters and stuff like that. And Mass Effect 2 is like a great, really focused, tight adventure. Mass Effect 2 is fantastic. But then I was like, I don't need the big finale in a way. It wasn't... I don't know. By that point, they had kind of changed what the big bad was. And I just didn't care as much. It kind of felt retconned a little bit. They made the Reapers a lot less scary between Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 3. Because Mass Effect 1 Reapers are chilling.
This subject is very
Yeah, what
difficult.
did happen to Syra? I mean, it
But I will
got
try
burned,
to recount
obviously.
those sad days. Like your solar system, ours had a large population of comets and asteroids. Large meteor impacts, though rare, were not unheard of on our planet. So it was not a total shock when an asteroid penetrated our atmosphere and hit the surface. What was odd was that unlike most other meteors, this one was not pulverized on impact. It penetrated the crust, and indeed went all the way through to the mantle, causing a supervolcano.
Oh, wow.
The earthquakes caused by the
Yeah, that's
impact were
pretty bad.
severe. The magma pumped out of the caldera wreaked significant damage on the nearby terrain, but within a few weeks it had cooled, forming a solid rock bandage over the wound. Within a few months, we had cleaned up the mess. The caldera was calming down nicely, and things were pretty much back to normal. Then, just over a year after the impact, all hell broke loose on the surface of Syra. Huge calderas were opening all over, not just around the meteor impact, but everywhere. The scope of the disaster is impossible to imagine. Entire cities sliding into oceans of molten lava, kilometer-wide sections of land pulverized by a cataclysmic
God, it became a whole
explosion,
Roland Emmerich
and
movie.
clouds of poison gas and superheated steam created a death shroud around Syra. Until then, Earthling. Until then, Earthling.
Okay, so we really need to find a home for them. We know the Yehat are here, and the Yehat are at Alpha... Oh no, sorry, Delta Gorno is our note, supposedly. I will say this game plays like surprisingly modern, but one thing that I always miss when I get here is I start looking around for a way to zoom in, which just doesn't exist. Okay, this is all Serpentis, is it? Am I wrong about Gorno? Wait, there's a way? What? Oh my god, there is. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. What a fool. It's been a long time, okay? It's been like 20 years. It's just plus minus on the numpad. Is what I hit. Or at least plus on the numpad. I guess I haven't hit minus yet. Okay, wait a minute. Where is Delta Gorno then? At 290. I just don't want to look forever. Oh, so it's more over here. Really? It's in Pekunk space? Okay. That might make sense, honestly. Yeah, the Yehat influence does move. Everything kind of changes, which is super neat for the time. Like, that over time things happen. It both makes a lot of sense and is also, like, really, really cool. Very advanced and not a thing that was really present in games before this. Or even much after this, really. Like, for how deep this game is. It's a really well-realized world. I mean, it's not like no games did stuff like advancing a timeline like that, but with how big of a universe this is and advancing timelines, it's wildly complicated. You could see how it'd be annoying to fly through hyperspace, but you get a banger every time, so how bad can it really be? We'll go and look at the other spots for the hat. Oh, we did kind of talk to them a little bit, too. But we'd seen something about the Delta Gorno, so I'll look anyway. A good Scottish pterodactyls. Okay, and it's the show Fixty again. Yeah, so we were here. Okay.
Nothing new. Good.
We don't really want to talk to show Fixty a whole lot. There should be like a show Fixty homeworld elsewhere that we need to find. Let's go back to Seoul. It's not a bad time to talk to, what's his name, like the captain, or whatever, the commander at the starbase. We've got a few things to update them on, letting them know about, finding the Cyrene, mentioning the show Fixty and Yeehaw. We can go see the Druge. Honestly, I'm a little bit worried about how long we've been taking, and I don't know when time becomes a problem. Oh, we had learned about Admiral Zex, too. I forgot about that in my notes here. That there is the Vux somewhere have like a zoo with show Fixty in it. So we might be able to find some survivors to help out Tanaka. And if we do that, then we can get the Yeehat.
I'm at your disposal, Captain. Before we proceed, I wanted you to know, well, Captain, we have another problem. Your efforts on our behalf have been amazing. I truly believe we may win this struggle, but these achievements have not been gained without a price. Over 1,000 of my people have gone away with you on your ship and not returned. 1,000, Captain. Crew are quickly becoming a valuable commodity, and I expect their RU cost will reflect this.
Dang.
Pretty fair load, Captain. Can you do better next time? We shall await your return, Captain.
Been losing a few too many humans. Unfortunate. Worst thing is we're still at only human cruisers, because I have not actually gained any permanent allies at this point. We keep having other problems beset us. Admiral Zex, we found stuff that was like, he's at Alpha, or, oh wait, Delta Lycanus or something? T-Jabs, good to see you. How you doing? Welcome, welcome.
To the funny number.
Goddamn, 63. really appreciate that. It's good to see you. Huh. Is he not around here? Oh, the Pekunk are moving too. Maybe let's look around where the hot... Oh no, we don't want to look where the hot are. Because again, we need to find... I'm going to look up where Admiral Zex is. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Because I don't have it written down. I don't want to just search forever. I think it was that. Oh, it's... Wait. Oh, I did have Alpha. He's in Alpha Serinkov. Okay, so I guess that I had some of my notes are very poorly written. I went and looked this up. Okay, so it's 422.1. Okay. And 198. Okay, so it is in the Vux area. There we go. Let's go take a look. Because we talked to the Vux earlier about this. So let's go see Zex. You were curious how I managed to get my precursor ship so tricked out and I'm still cruising around with just the Spathy buddy? Well, I had saved the Pekunk, but then the Pekunk go back into hiding for a reason, I forget. And then I had also done the same with the Spathy, and of course the Spathy are cowards, so the minute they learn about the slave shield, they make their own and cower underneath it. So they're under their own slave shield now. We just met the Cyrene. We made friends with the Thradash, but not before I had actually played the Umga prank on the Ilrath and sent them to go and fight each other. So I kind of wiped out both those sides. So I might have fucked up a little bit, is what I'm saying. I'm saying, listen, we might have done a little fucky-wucky. And I wasn't fast enough to save the Zotfot pick, so we're having a time. I'd forgotten how much this game is, like, kinda unforgiving. If you miss a few things, it's really easy to just not pick up allies. You have to do a lot of very specific stuff to get allies. It's one of those games that even though I haven't really been doing it, it's not really a shame to have a guide open a little bit and get some hints here and there. I should honestly just be asking the Melnorme for more information. Oh, and we talked to the Arilu, but the Arilu Lelo, I haven't done anything with them yet. I still need to go and see the Chinjesu and Procyon and Also check out, like, the Murnurm. You've played through this 10 times, couldn't still tell you where most of the homeworlds are. It's a lot to remember and find. A lot of it is really hidden. Which is, it's both kind of mean, but also, like, it makes the world feel very accurate in a way. Like, you're putting together this ragtag band of survivors from the last war and everyone's scattered, and it really... It kind of adds to that world building and atmosphere, even though it does make the game a little bit nasty in how it plays. Yeah, I wonder how the Chinjitsu and Murnurm have been getting on since the war. Mm-hmm. I do know. I have played through before, so I actually remember. I always forget about... The one that I always forget about is just the Shofixstein. That's just because I think that I probably forget it on purpose. You haven't seen a single drone try and harvest my shit for parts yet? That's because I solved that problem. See, like, I've done quite a bit, actually. We did meet the gas giant friends, the Slylandro, and stop the probes. Honestly might be like a negative, because I could have gotten a lot of extra resources out of just farming them. Oh well. That being said, they're very obnoxious. You don't want to leave them around for too long. The enemies I've been zapping on this world are called slot machine trees. In other words, should I have not been shooting them? Oh, the drone... Yeah, the drones are really awful in the beginning. They become totally trivial later on. We're kind of at that trivial later on, but early on they are beyond obnoxious. Good to see you, Larian. Okay, I'm legitimately asking Grimace, since I already killed them all. Was there something that I could have done with those trees besides shoot them? When you can't outrun them, they're terrible. It's not even that. Once you get, like, seeking missiles kind of thing, you can just wreck their shit, and you get a lot of resources for doing it all the time. Or you can if you want to. But it's also, like, really annoying, because they're constantly interrupting you if you want to do that. A degenerate world. How degenerate? Reliably beat them with a Spathy. Yeah. I mean, at this point, I was generally shooting them down very easily. And yeah, with the Spathy, it's a thing. I don't like using the Spathy because I really have my one friend and I am not letting our good Spathy buddy die. Flippo has to stay with us, I'm sorry. We will not put Fwippo in danger. I refuse. The Spathia Looter is secretly the best ship in the galaxy. Oh yeah, yeah. If you can really use the Spathia Looter, it's very, very strong. It's just hard to maneuver properly. There's a few that are like that. There are certain ships that if you know how to pilot them, they become very, very good. I was never particularly good at piloting any ship, though, so... And then, of course, with the actual PvP, or, well, not PvP, PvE type stuff, like against the computer, there's always the possibility that it just drops an enemy in a spot that's really, really bad for you, because all the spawns are random. It loves dropping Slylandro probes right on top of you, where they're essentially impossible to deal with, without taking some damage. Hell yeah, radioactive world. We are almost full though. Where is Zax? I'm kind of curious. How much do we have free? 57? Okay, we could pick up something if we find like a good radioactive world or something. There we go.
Visitors, what a treat! I am Admiral Zex. Please, do not be frightened. Unlike the rest of my species, I enjoy humans.
Oh, that's the scariest thing you could say.
You may know me by my reputation, my leadership of Vox forces during the war with your lives. I assure you that this behavior, a sad necessity of those times, belies a much kinder, gentler being. Please, be welcome. We can get to know one another, expand our interspecies relationship. But wait. How silly of me. You aren't here for polite repartee. You have come for my show-fixing maidens. Ah,
what are you doing here, Zax?
But you always were a bright species. I will explain. After the Great War, in which I played some small part, the Vox High Council, in recognition for my services, granted me this planet, so that I might pursue my hobby, without disturbing the general Vox populace. I am a collector, you see. I have the finest menagerie of beautiful creatures in all space. Animals? Oh no, Captain. Not mere animals. My menagerie contains only the most beautiful creatures in the galaxy. Each of my children, as I like to call them, has a wonderful set of traits which make them unique and special, especially to me. I have a complete
love
variety
that.
of beasts from as far away as Procyon and Vega. No,
Okay,
this is
Vega's
not
somewhere
just
we need to
some
go to
zoo.
then, huh?
I have worked diligently for many years to craft my menagerie, to gradually
We already knew
improve.
about Procyon.
Perhaps you can't tell, but I am rather proud of it. Alas, there's one creature, one gorgeous animal which I do not yet possess. I would give almost anything for that creature, Captain.
Oh?
What an interesting proposal. I never would have thought of such a wonderful idea myself. You are a genius, Captain. In answer to your question, yes, I accept your offer. Deliver the creature to me, and I shall give you the show-fixing maidens. I will even provide you with a clue to finding the creature's native planet. My source for this information is an ancient wildlife handbook written millennia ago by some unknown alien author. The pertinent passage goes as follows. Demise. It basks in yellow light within the constellation Lynch-Na-Plo. We have translated Lynch-Na-Plo to mean approximately the long, thin creature who has swallowed the huge beast. I am afraid this is all that I know. I hope it is sufficient.
The long, thin creature that has swallowed the huge beast is Serpentis as a constellation.
Because I like humans, Captain, I respect and admire your species. I do not share the bigoted views of most of my people. No, not all, Vox Captain. Most, but not all. It is true, when the majority of my people view one of your species, they are forced to regurgitate. But there are those among us who have grown beyond such childishness to take a more liberal view. We, the few sophisticates, are not subject to the whims and fads of current fashion. Our likes and dislikes are strictly based on personal preference. We see the beauty in you humans, the value in a long-term relationship. You are different,
Yes,
yes, but
relationship.
personally, I like difference. In fact, I adore it. Your physique is so wonderfully varied. Your multitudinous, rigid appendages, your tiny double eyes, your varied skin
I love
coloration,
him.
and the delightful patchwork of hair covering only parts of your bodies, leaving other parts bare and smooth. I value your species,
bare and
Captain. I see you as just people, like us Fox.
It's not too weird. We'll say
You
it
have
just to
talked
see
with
it.
my Vox countrymen, haven't you? They are close-minded fools, bigoted in all ways. Call me what you
He's
wish,
right.
Captain. I choose to view myself as, well, simply open-minded, free to experience the full range of life's possibilities. The Vox rulers could not refuse my military genius, couldn't ignore the many victories I gave them, but they would not tolerate my behavior, accept my desires as natural. So they sent me out here, a hero's exile, where I won't poison the minds of youth with my bizarre ideas and perverted lifestyle. Bigoted fools. You see, Captain, we
Sex
are not
rules,
all
actually?
that different, you and I. We are different from the majority of Vox, and so we, in Vox eyes, are both monsters.
He's totally right.
Certainly, my smooth-skinned friend. My source for this information is an ancient wildlife handbook written millennia ago by some unknown alien author. The pertinent passage goes as follows. Demise. It basks in yellow light within the constellation Lynch-Na-Plo. We've translated
Yellow light.
Lynch-Na-Plo
So it's
to
going to
mean
be a yellow
approximately
system,
the long,
like a yellow
thin
sun.
creature who has swallowed the huge beast. I'm afraid this is all that I know. I hope it is sufficient. Oh, Captain, that would be such an unfortunate mistake. A grave error on both our parts. We have so much to learn from each other, so much to give each other. It would be such a sad loss if we were to fall back to the mindless blasting and killing that has marred our two species' relationship up to this point. Admittedly, as the acknowledged Vox military genius, I would find it interesting to face your one powerful alien starship with my huge personal fleet of intruders. But oh, what a mistake it would be. Also, I think it only fair to warn you, Captain, that in my campaigns, I collected many interesting items. Amongst these treasures is a precursor artifact. A warp nullification field that prevents nearby ships from making emergency hyperspace maneuvers from running away. I note by the scars of the rear of your vessel that you have made many such escapes. So you see, Captain, if you attack me, you will face the greatest military tactician in Vox history, commanding an almost infinite number of enemy combat ships, and the battle will be to the death. Surely we can find an alternative.
That's fair.
Goodbye, beautiful
Good
human.
call.
I hope we can meet someday as friends. Perhaps even more?
Perhaps. I mean, that tongue. Plip, 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 plip. The beast that devours. Lynch-Na-Plo. Big yellow star. Eridani. Probably not. There's a lot of yellow stars. There's a lot of yellow stars, it turns out. A lot of these are orange, though, too. Lenses. This is an interesting formation here. For a Lodi. Probably not that either. Craterus doesn't seem like it would be correct. Calypdaris does not seem right. Kepler, no. There's less yellow suns than I was thinking, actually. Oh, I should actually help with feeding the cats here. Just one moment. I'll be right back. My wife is currently feeding them and she could probably use some help. Alright, we're back! Thanks for waiting, everybody. Okay, Lycinus seems like maybe the best option. There was like a bunch of yellow stars there, though. Delta Illuminati, no. We went to there before, also. There's a lot of yellow stars here. Volantis. Doesn't sound like it. We were talking about Serpentis, maybe? Because it talked about devouring the beast. Wait, that's it. Maybe Gamma Serpentis? Maybe. I mean, it does say the beast that devours. I would think... Serpent? Either that or the Lycanus. Let's try this. Let's go here. I don't know why it's the beast that devours, though. I don't know whether Lycanus would work with that, but like, it matches the weird Lion Simpo or whatever they had. Linapo. What is this? Who are you? Who's chasing me in hyperspace? They're very slow.
Welcome. All our coherent destructors are currently offline. But if you'd care to hold your present course and speed, one will be free to annihilate you shortly. Look, vomitous alien, if you want to talk to one of our species without making them sick, why don't you go see Admiral Zix at his world in Alpha Serenkov? He
already did.
Likes humans. You said that just because you want stuff from us Vox. You didn't really mean it.
Okay, they're not wrong. Generally, I just want to not have to blow them up. I figure this isn't a bad way to get a bunch of resource units, though. Unfortunately, that does override our autopilot. There we go. Guess that's just more Vox. It's nice to get some extra resource units, but I don't need them that badly. I think we have like the best engines that we can get, and the best like battery type stuff, best cargo bays. I think we have basically the best of everything so far. Very funny because we have no allies. Just going it alone. I fucked up everything else for allies. So we gotta make sure we get the show fixie. Oh, this is Yihat, isn't it? Fwiffos. Yeah, it's true. Fwiffo is basically the only ally we do need.
It is a sure and a true thing that the alien interloper has now been warned not to approach Care Zeep Reap, the Queen's high perch, lest it be blasted without further warning.
I'm sorry, Yihat. Okay.
The cowards live? This is unbelievable! It is a sad, sad day to be hearing this thing from you, human. I can't even say their vile name! The skunk is the greatest embarrassment our species has ever suffered! Do not be calling these wretched creatures an offshoot of our species! Better is you be calling them garbage or droppings! And better yet, do not be talking about them at all! Our queen has spoken the commands to us, and we are obeying her words. No assistance of any kind at all shall be given to you, human, so do not be making assumptions that you know a right thing from a wrong. Are you smarter than the queen? Is that what you're saying, human? We shall not be giving you a scrap of meat, much less our secrets.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It is a wondering thought that crosses my mind, human starship captain. Are you not knowing that the cause of our queen and empire is now allied with the fortunes of the mighty Ur-Quan? And that your presence here is being only the end of your life? Haven't you got the sense, human, to know this simple thing? So, human, now you be thinking that you shall slink away to commit some vile treason and dirty our queen's good name. Isn't this true? Do not be answering, we know the truth. We will not let you pass.
Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so not Serpentis. Get us out! Come on! Oof. Lost a fair number of people, but that's okay. Yeah, that frame-perfect shield is, certainly obnoxious. Okay, where did we find Alpha Lensis, or... lenses, epsilon lenses. There's a few yellow sun lenses here. Let's get going. Yeah, that shielding was not great. Or we'll just go right across Ur-Quan space. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, the Ur-Quan are probably easier to destroy than some, like the Yi-Hat at this point. Just the way that we're equipped, because the frame-perfect shielding is very obnoxious, as you mentioned. This, I'm guessing, is Ur-Quan. I'm a little bit curious about how easy the Ur-Quan would actually be at this point. Also, I kind of want to talk to them because, oh boy. Oh, I don't think that we've actually met the Core Awe.
We are the Ur-Quan Core Awe. We cleanse our destiny. You will soon die. Make whatever rituals are necessary for your species.
What are you hanging
My
over?
trophy bone pit.
Bone pit,
In
of course.
here is one skeleton from each of the races, which I personally exterminated. I fondle these bones and recall the fine cleansing. Perhaps your bones will grace this pit momentarily, unless they are accidentally vaporized.
Oh god. Ugh. Shit. Oh god. Really? Mm. Their weird blade weapons are really cool. Oh, that really hurt. Screwed that up pretty bad. It's worth a lot of resource units. The planet getting me right at the end there was kind of obnoxious. Ah, now we see the Korra. That's actually useful because that probably will tell us a little bit about when we're going to be able to have them invade us, actually. That should give us some information on the timer. Because when the Korra start winning, that's not great for everyone. We need a better way to enter quasi-space. I have some information about some of the quasi-space entrances, but not enough. I also need to find where Vega is. I should probably just look up the actual location so I don't have to scan the whole galaxy. I have here. Let's talk about a huge fleet at 100. Alpha Pavonis and Alpha Columbae have warp pods? Are my notes? God, my notes are terrible. There are biologics here. Maybe this is what, what's his name was looking for, Zex. I'm gonna guess not, though. It's gotta be like a special encounter that does more than this. And we've seen all these weird blue guys before. We have so much data to sell to Melnorme. Oh. Huh. I've never really seen, like, worms and flowers on a planet. Those are neat. We're running low on fuel too, though, so maybe a bit careful about where I go. It seems like that's not going to be super important to this mission. Like, I honestly expect, like, a boop, 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 like that special noise that you kind of get. Opalescent world. Look at our manifest and our cargo. Those would be 5s? We have a lot of 1s. I could just get rid of some of these. And then we can get all the greens. Yeah, and those were worth 4. Okay, so I maybe should have picked up the last ones. That's okay. Look around a little more. Oh, there are biologics. Sure. 4 is better than 1. What is that? I have not seen those either. Huh. Nope. Nothing interesting there. And then gas giant, so nothing here. I think there's only the one gas giant in the entire game that matters, and that's the Slylandro, which we've already done. So we saw one. right? We went to Epsilon Lensis 1. Yeah. Okay, right. We did. Oh, and this was the first one we went to. What am I thinking? Trying to piece together all the possible little puzzles and things that we have to do, and easy to get distracted. Ooh, missed that. A dust world. Not useful. Okay, planet 4 is nothing. Planet 5 is here. Also not interesting. Also not interesting. There are still 2 more Lensis systems to look at. And there's a lot of planets still here, too. It's a really big system. There's a lot of places to go. That is a very nice treasure world. That's not what I meant to do. Let's dump a little more of this out. I think that 6 is worth a little bit more than 1 also. Missing, you're my mathematician. Can you figure that one out for me? You told me that 4 is greater than 1. Is 6 greater than 1? I get the feeling 6 is also greater than 1. Six is greater than 4? Dang. And 4 is greater than 1. Okay. Oh, I gotta throw my 4s away. That's true. I'll remember that next time. Yeah, you gotta speak up a little faster or I won't be able to catch it. This time it was a little slow. I'd already thrown away all those 1s. I've got the space, so we're good. Oh boy, a dust world again. Last spot. This should be a gas giant, so therefore useless. Yeah, okay. Alkali world. Useless. Selenic world, yeah. Useless! Got you. Halide world. I mean, they're worth 2. I think we're good. Epsilon, Linsis, no. Let's go here. And I guess we're just heading back to Seoul. We're really running low on fuel. I might not have enough to make it back easily. Have to wait for the Melnorme to find us. That's unfortunate. I should have stopped back at Seoul first. Well, at least this one's a lot less looking around. Ooh, and this is worth going down to. Or not? Oh. Was already here at one point? Maybe. Because the Pellucid world should, like, always have a little bit of purple, right? As some of the resources? That's what I thought. Like, one spot of the, Tau crystals, or whatever they are. A water world. Are we looking for, Costner? This doesn't seem to be it. What the fuck? Oh! We've got him! We got Kevin Costner, the hideous beast! That sure seems like the thing we're looking for. I'd love to go see Zex immediately, but we need to get back to Earth. We have so little fuel. I mean, I guess if we run out, then we can change course and immediately see Zex, because we'll get enough fuel, probably. I have to think that would be good. While we're traveling, why don't I look up where Vega is? Because Zex told us there was something on Vega. Okay, Vega is at... Because I just don't want to, like, have to look forever. By 975. Okay. We might have been there before, actually. Because that sounds like that's top left. So that might be where, like, near Slylandro? Okay, I should actually be paying attention to what's happening here too, because I almost got caught by a couple of those ships and I haven't been looking actually. We have very few crew. We do not want to have a fight here if we can help it. Oh, I was alt-tabbed. I was trying to move. Well, we'll just save. It'll be fine. That's a lot of them. Boy, that is, that's a lot of core.
Your presence here is premature. We fight the Khazar for supremacy of doctrine and possession of the Samatra. When the battle is won, our task is simple. We cleanse. You are the filth. The words. The words. The words.
The words.
Alien, you have spoken the words. You have spoken them rightly. We will explain to you about the Dinyari, our slave masters. The Taelo, our only friends, whom we exterminated, and our reasons why we cleansed the galaxy of all other sentient life.
Said the
We
password.
have explained this before, over 20,000 years ago. Your words, why do you do this thing, echo that ancient plea. You see, alien, we were a proud and mighty race, who were cruelly enslaved. For thousands of years we had no free will. We were nothing more than tools. Never again will anyone enslave our people. We cleanse the galaxy of such threats. We evolved on a hostile world, the descendants of solitary
This is where the
hunters.
story gets really
In a
interesting to me.
world where one species is the dominant killer, one's only threat is one's brother, one's sister, anyone of one's species. Civilization did not come easily to us. We earned it. We mastered our hatreds and murderous desires to form a mighty culture. In those ancient days, there was no Kor-Ah or Kazertza, only the Ur-Quan. We explored our world, and then the space beyond. Here we met the 6 races of the sentient milieu. Here we met the Taelo, the only species we ever called friend. Our association with the Taelo and the milieu lasted for 3,000 years. We, the Ur-Quan, who could not tolerate the presence of others, became the milieu's scouts, their solitary explorers. Of all the species we have met, only the
I think they
Taelo
explained
did
who
not
the
trigger
Dinyari
our
are
instinctive
here.
territoriality. They were the only people we could stand with, or talk to, without the hunter inside us screaming, "Kill the interloper, rip out its life." We believe that the same factors that made the Taelo non-threatening to us, their unusual rock-like biology, also gave the Taelo natural immunity to the Dinyari's psychic compulsion. The Dinyari would not permit this. After they had conquered all 6 of the other races in the milieu, they commanded us to attack the Taelo, and we did. The Taelo would not fight back. They died.
What are the
It was on a
Dinyari?
routine planetfall that one of our milieu scout ships first met the Dinyari, the creatures you know as our talking pets. But the Dinyari were different then.
Oh, you mean the things
They
that
were
were
evilly
given to the
intelligent
Unga to
and
clone?
wielded psychic powers to control the minds of others. They wanted to rule the universe. We had no choice but to give it to them. Our Ur-Quan scout ships transported the Dinyari through the milieu. The war for dominance, such as it was quick and bloodless. Within weeks, the Dinyari controlled all races but one, the Taelo. For thousands of years, we were unthinking slaves to the Dinyari. Like the 5 other surviving races of the old milieu, we had no choice. The Dinyari's compulsion was too strong to resist. But the Dinyari were not satisfied with their slave races. The Yuli and the Drawl were inferior, they decided, and so they instructed us to incinerate their worlds, and we did. The Dinyari had a special liking for us, Ur-Quan, so they began to tinker with our genes, to improve us, their favored slaves. Their efforts to split the Ur-Quan into 2 sub-races, the Green Ur-Quan, Avet scientists and bureaucrats, and the Black Ur-Quan, their effectuators, the builders, the fighters, the doers. The Kor-Ah are the Black Ur-Quan, the Kazertza are the Green. I grow tired of talking, alien, and your time grows short. I will continue for but a moment longer. When we discovered that intense pain could block the Dinyari's mental powers, we were able to destroy them, but it took years. Can you imagine, alien, what it must have been like to wear an excruciator? To live in endless screaming pain for months on end? No, you cannot.
Well, thanks for letting us know. See you later.
No, it is not. There is more you must hear. When the war was over, the great Ur-Quan rose from our ranks and declared the path of now and forever. We would cleanse the galaxy. No one would ever threaten the Ur-Quan this way again. We had cleansed one of the 3 remaining milieu races, and were in orbit around a second's home world. From the surface came a plea, identical to the words you spoke a few moments ago. The one-eyed creatures, the male Num, asked
Definitely
so
not the male
simply,
Norm, eh?
so clearly, that we felt compelled to explain. While we did so, the Xerza appeared. They would not permit us to destroy, they said. Enslave, yes. Imprison, yes. But never destroy. The moment was tense. Someone opened fire. The first doctrinal war had begun. While we fought, the male Num escaped. We never found them again. When our battle was done, we, the Ur-Quan, were defeated. However, the Xerza let us go. We were exiled. We traveled through space. We built the strength of our battle fleets, and continued our plan to cleanse threats from the galaxy for all Ur-Quan. You have heard our words, and perhaps you understand us a bit better. But now, it is time for us to cleanse you.
We just need you to know before you die. Okay, come on. Go, 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 go. Whew. So, I'm just gonna go straight. I mean, it's not west, but we need to get out of Ur-Quan's space before our fuel runs out. I say, as our fuel runs out, fuck. We're in trouble.
What? A human in a precursor service vehicle? How did you escape the slave shield, human? Or are you a rogue? Alien, you have spoken words, and you have spoken them rightly. We will tell you our reasons why we enslave all other sentient life. We evolved our...
To see what the differences are. Yeah, we decided to enslave or imprison all other intelligent life. We had slave-shielded one world, and we learned the Black Ur-Quan, under a new leader, Ur-Quan, had devised the Eternal Doctrine. It's called, for cleansing, before we could stop them, they burned the Yuptar race's homeworld. And we're on the way to the planet of the last remaining free race. We met the Ur-Quan on orbit. We befriended them, they would not submit, we fought.
Your independence is too dangerous for us to tolerate. You shall be punished.
Well, yeah, game over. We ended up up in a really bad spot. Just make sure that we go through all this dialogue again. Just in case it triggers something. I don't remember if it does or not. But we can just skip through it. We'll leave you. See you later. Have a good one. And fuel's gone. How are we gonna survive this? I don't know how we actually live through this. Hey, Boix, good to see you. I might need to go back? Hey, Cosmic, good to see you. Welcome, Boix. Thank you for the raid. Have you ever played the Ur-Quan Masters?
How did you escape the slave shield, human? Or are you a rogue?
This game is actually amazing. We're right in the middle of a big story beat, in a way. Oh, you're right. The escape does use fuel. Because, yeah, it uses like 20 or something, doesn't it? Or 8? Maybe just 5? I don't know. It's not a lot, though. I don't know that we'd get out anyway.
Reasons why we enslave all other sentient life. We've all got a hostile world. The descendants of solitary hunters. In those ancient days, there was no Korra or Kazertsa, only the Ur-Quan.
The story of this game, for those that don't know this game, by the way, it's fantastic, truly amazing. This game came out in like 92 or something, and it is wildly deep, with a really intricate and cool story, and some decent gameplay. I think the actual fights are probably the worst part of the game, but that's a pretty small portion of it, actually. I'm gonna just skip this because we've already seen it, so I'm sorry if you're coming in from Boix's thing, but we literally just, like, listened to 10 minutes of this. I'm kind of in a really bad spot. I fucked myself a little bit. Just gonna let them kill me. We have, like, no crewmen left. We are in hostile space being chased by a million things, and I kind of fucked up. Yeah, so we only have 9 fuel on that one. I might need to go back. Ugh. So if we go back here... Let's see. I'll try and fight off the Korra first. And there are 2 different kinds of Ur-Quan. The story of this game, I'd go through all of it, but it's... God, there's so much. Yeah, if we run out of fuel, a trader shows up to help us, but we are absolutely surrounded by Korra and Kazurza right now, so not the best option, unfortunately. Well, best. Well, that was a real cool spawn. Just spawned next to me and insta-killed. I did forget about this. Is that... Okay, yeah, so use the Umga caster. The problem is, which of these is the traitor? Well, I guess we'll find out. Hopefully this one. Please? It is not. I do like that you can surrender and just end the game. Because if you just surrender to them, I think that just is a game over.
Your independence. Launch fighters. Launch fighters. Launch fighters. Launch fighters. Launch fighters. Launch fighters.
No! Oh, if you hit the planets, that's real bad.
Launch fighters. Launch fighters.
Oh, shit.
Launch fighters. Launch fighters.
We've got a really good ship and really good weapons, it's just that we're very low on health and all resources. We did too much traveling before this, so fuck, that was not great. Also, these are, like, endgame ships, they're real nasty.
Launch fighters. Launch fighters. Launch fighters.
Nope. Oh my god. Hey, Happy Camper, good to see you. Good old Ur-Quan. Yeah, it's super, super good. Alright, I'm gonna go back. unfortunately. I want to have the conversation with them. We'll go back, we'll capture the one, and then we'll just... Okay. Old, what you're doing is wrong. You've said the words. You said them rightly. Okay.
Of all this,
Or what are the denarii?
it was
See, I don't know that I want to spoil, like, the game to people that just came in, because we're at a point where, like, we're getting big lore dumps. But this game is incredibly interesting. It's, the Ur-Quan Masters is, like, the port that's available now. God. Going through Ur-Quan space is the worst. Yeah, there's a lot of juicy dialogue. We just went through all of it, so I didn't want to go through it again. But the Ur-Quan Masters is actually a port of this that is open source, available from the creators. It does a little bit of quality of life upgrades, so you can just do like some higher resolutions and things like that, make it sure that it works on a modern system. And it's all just free online, so you're just good to grab it. They're going to be trying to do Free Stars, which is essentially a sequel to this. They've been working on it for a little while, but I don't know if it'll ever actually come out. We'll see. I'd hope so. It's a really cool game. The idea of it, though, the start of it is very cool. Just to sell this to Boix, my good friend, and podcast co-host. But, we did... So, like, the start of this game, it's very much the inspiration for Mass Effect, for example. Like, this game has far-reaching influences, for sure. And basically what happens is, like, in Star Control 1, it's a very basic game. It's about, like, you as an alliance of free stars fighting against the Ur-Quan, and it's just it's kind of arcadey. It's just basically you going, like, ship to ship, if I remember correctly. And doing these, like, the combat stuff is what matters. This one adds a lot more of the story and everything to it. And it gives that one more of a story where, like, oh, the Ur-Quan are this group of aliens trying to enslave or kill all of your alliance. It's got jams. It's got incredible jams in this game, yeah. Yeah, Star Control 1 is not that awesome. Star Control 2 is, in my mind, one of the greatest games of all time. Like, for those that don't know, this screen is also the screen that I use for our show with art from Boix. We use up there. DOS Cider! Ranking of DOS games. I've ranked 321, including such classics as Warcraft 2, all the Command and Conquer games that are on DOS, tons and tons of different things like that. This is number 1. Is it still showing the title as DOS Cider? What the fuck? Weird. Huh. Am I participating in DOSember? Well, I play DOS games every week, so... Guess no? And I've been going through this just because it's my favorite DOS game of all time. If you go to doscider.neocities.org, you can see all of the games that I've ranked. I don't really need to do DOSember because I always do DOSember. In any case, so the idea is that, like, okay, there's this alliance of free stars, and there's the Ur-Quan. The first game is just, oh, like an arcade battle between them. And then in this game, it adds all of this lore behind it, where I mean, well, I should show the intro to the game real quickly. I want to sell Boix on this. You should play this. This game is so fucking good. It's so good. It's also got a real jam at the beginning, too. There's a lot of jams in this game. This game has a very, very good soundtrack. Yeah, no, I know about December. I have been... So... Oh, I'm well aware. I've been streaming basically since Twitch started. In November, I celebrated 9 years of partner, so I'm aware. Yeah, Star Control 2 is my #1 DOS game of all time. It's super, super good. Alright, let's go capture an alien for another weird alien pervert. A horny alien for a horny alien. The hideous beast on Waterworld. Kevin Costner has been caught. We have him. Let's go. Right. We actually need to get out. This does look really advanced for DOS. It's incredibly advanced. Like, so here's the thing. All of these, every single one of these, is a system that you can navigate to. There's an autopilot to each of them. You can zoom in and out on the map so you can, like, more accurately find spaces. Like, there's tons of groups to talk to. It has an advancing timeline where what you do matters and will change the story based on how you interact with everybody. And you can just, like, not find people, not find secrets. There's all kinds of interesting stuff. Like, you'll see these spheres of influence of various groups will, like, get bigger or go smaller based on your choices, because, like, they might have things happen to them, they might move, because the aliens might, like, change locations based on things that you do, or, this is the wild thing, not just things that you do, but just things that are happening in the universe outside of what you're doing. Yeah, or they might not, if you don't do certain interactions, yep. They might just disappear entirely because you destroy them, or they get destroyed by somebody else. Or you, like, oh, I don't know, play a very funny prank from the Umga where you get a very cool hyperwave caster and you tell an alien race that their evil gods are telling them to have a war against a rhinoceros alien group that all they want to do is fight more and more wars so they get stronger, and then they just wipe each other out. You know, I could just be saying, you know, for reasons I might be saying that. You know, as a funny prank. It's literally a funny prank, by the way. I mean, it's better than the funny prank the actual Umga were doing, which was the funny prank of dragging asteroids into various planets to destroy them. Yeah, or they might be a cowardly race that when you're like, hey, you should join our alliance, they go, sure. And then they see your planet and they go, ooh, a cool slave shield. And then they build themselves a slave shield and lock themselves behind it because they're terrified of everybody. Yeah, the universe keeps on trucking regardless of what you do. There's a lot of humor, but also, like, a lot of serious story in this game. It's really, really neat. Alright, let's go... Oh, do we have to be in hyperspace to call them? Probably. I don't know, let's just go this direction. Sure. And let's call the male Normie. And then I'm going to show the intro, but first I want to... Does that call them? Yes. Okay.
Welcome.
Speaking of bangers.
Captain. You are our favorite customer. Now, what can we do for you today? What trade items would you like to buy today? How much fuel do you wish to purchase?
Jesus Christ, as much as I can.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
would you...
Let's go.
What? Your
have any
ship's
more?
log indicates that
Oh!
you discovered the whereabouts
Holy
of
shit.
one of
I
the
did have
rainbow
one.
worlds, which so fascinate us. In exchange, what trade?
Oh, thank
Fuel
God.
transferred. How? The Arilulale are a mysterious race of IDF beings. IDF meaning interdimensional fatigue. They do not reside in this galaxy, or in fact, anywhere in this universe. While it is true that the Arilu are rarely seen far from the Colombe star group, they do make regular, secret visits to your world, and have done so for centuries. Ever since Earth was stayed shielded, they have focused their attention on the humans aboard the starbase, many of whom are now members of your crew. Though the Arilulale always smile and are never overtly hostile, we believe that they have a secret agenda which somehow involves your planet, Earth. These secret plans may or may not cause grief and woe to you Earthlings.
So you get like a lot of information like that you're just... It might just be lore. It might be secrets that you can find out. It might be like puzzles to solve. It's a really big, breathing, living world. Okay. So now that we've got full fuel, and I should be okay, I'm gonna save there. And just to show Boix and to have a really cool intro and to get just to give the overview of how this story starts and like another banger song. '92. God, it's still wild. This is '92. And the Ur-Quan ruining. The precursors really liked overhead lighting. It's a factory. What an opening. For 92, this is unreal. Like, it's hard to explain how much this as a story is like, and how much gameplay and depth and stuff there is in this is just absolutely unheard of. At least all of them at once. Yeah, pretty a lot of the Aliens theme songs are super bangers. The Male Norme are real good. The Zotfot pick are really good too. So that's the intro. That's the idea of what's going on here. We've been gathering up a whole bunch of the former Alliance. So basically, after the last game, you've lost, and you're trying to, like... Earth has been put under a slave shield. There's a star base around it. You talk to the guy there, and then you have the story progress from that point. Wasteland was really, really, really cool. Rest in peace, Burger Becky. I definitely want to go back and actually play all of Wasteland. Wasteland was wildly good. I was stunned at how good Wasteland was for story and the way that it integrated stuff. Because it's an RPG where what you do really feels like it matters. Because, I mean, it's so old. Like, it's 88, right? Something like that. And it's very, so most of the time in those kinds of games, it was just, like, straightforward. Like, they were dungeon crawlers. That one is a lot more open world, and a lot of things that, like, you can do stuff that you really would not expect. Yeah, Fallout's better in a lot of ways, sure, but, like, you don't have Fallout without Wasteland, that's the thing, right? But it's interesting, because even a game like that early and that rudimentary is really, really neat, because they do things like... Something that surprised me, and it seems so basic, but it's something that didn't exist in games back then. And I know, I've looked at hundreds of these games from this timeline. Adding the Mel Norme theme to your opening scene. It's so good. Mel Norme theme is probably my favorite. You should look up the Zotfot pick also. The Zotfot pick theme is really fun. And just, they're really fun little guys in general. You should just play this game sometime. But, like, in Wasteland, for example, one of the things, it's so basic nowadays, but we went into a bar, and it talks about, like, there's a dancer up there, like, as entertainment. And when you go near it, there's a bouncer that stops and goes like, whoa, you shouldn't go any further towards the bar. But you can just, like, keep going if you want, and then you can, like, fight the bouncer, or you can dance, or you can try and talk your way out of it, and instead you can be one of the dancers. And you can do, like, there's all this weird stuff that you can do because of it. Or you can just walk away. Like, that doesn't seem like much, but for the again, for 88, that is obscene. It's wild how in-depth that encounter was. That there's, like, 6 different ways to solve it is unbelievable. And that it's not like dialogue choices, it's you actually just going and walking up onto the stage. That's not a thing that happened in those kinds of games. Yeah, we should show the ores, too, if we can. Boy, 'cause the ores are very fun. They make us some happy campers, which I guess is probably why we have a happy camper that showed up in the chat today, actually. Or maybe, I don't know. Might be. I'd love to go camping. Oh, shit. Overshot Earth a little bit. You want to know some other banger music? I didn't show it in the beginning, but... There's Earth under the slave shield, and here's the starbase.
I hope the battle fares well, Captain. I've been waiting to inform you of a new situation. This seems strange to me, and I considered not bringing it up, but not long ago, 6 of my people fell unconscious simultaneously for no apparent reason. When they awoke hours later, they reported being overwhelmed by a feeling of something very wrong that had taken place. The medtechs couldn't find anything wrong with these crew members, but they discovered one correlation. All 6 of them have exceptionally high Esper ratings.
I love that the Starbase commander is just endlessly at this rave. You heard your name. Yeah, I was wondering if your name has anything to do with the ores and going out happy camping.
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, hostile alien creature. Data?
This is newly promoted junior scientist Hawkins reporting. Dr. Chu, he's the leader of the section. He's still in sick bay. He's been there ever since that thing took a swipe at him and he got too close to the cage. I guess it's got like triple jointed arms or something with
it is where it comes from, amazing.
The data? Oh yeah, right. The subject is a xenoteratomorph, a big honking one, I might add. It eats everything: plants, animal tissue, wood, ceramics, plastic, asbestos fibers, several types of metal chairs, a desk, and about half of everything a security officer wears. What it doesn't eat, it chews. And what it doesn't chew, well, it breaks up into tiny little pieces. What? Summary? Oh yeah, summary. The sooner you get that thing off the starbase, the less likely it is that thing will get loose and kill us all. I guess that's it.
That's the end of our scientist report.
Yeah, big whoop. I also eat lead paint chips and asbestos. Good call, boys. Yeah. Nobody calls me a monster. Except for my parents, but let's offload some minerals.
More fuel for the fire, eh, Captain? That last load should keep it blazing. We shall await your return,
The real
Captain.
banger songs here are in the outfitting, though. That and in the crew in a minute. And yeah, so like this is another thing. On top of all the RPG stuff, on top of the huge universe, you can upgrade all the parts of your ship and like change them around. You can build it modularly. So there's times when you'll want to switch some of these things around because you want more storage or more crew. See you later, boys. Have a great one. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Check the game out. It's good. Put a point defense somewhere. Since we're starting to deal with some Ur-Quan a little bit more. How is every song in this game so good? Alright, let's just real quickly for our good friend Happy Camper that stopped by, we'll see on our way to go see Admiral Zex, the Vux pervert. Let's stop by the ores again. And then we should probably see... God, we still have to see the Druge, Brevixie, the Chinjesu, and the Murnum. Oh, buddy. I got a good kitty here. Hey, I say pervert as a fellow. He's not a bigot. I love him. Zex is, like, unironically, Zex rules. Come here, buddy. Look at this beautiful specimen. Oh, you're just gonna lay on my notes, huh? Okay. I know we're saying goodbye to Boix, but if anybody is still here from Boix, like Kropokanoob, very cool fellow streamer, good friend, that may not know all of Star Control 2, because this game is always overlooked. It's so tragic, because it's so good. Like, it's not only, like, a good game, it's, like, again, one of the best games of all time, I think, quite easily. One of the most influential ones, too, for sure. Oh, hey, there's Melnorme here.
Welcome back, Captain. You are our favorite customer.
It's still extremely playable now. I've been enjoying our playthrough of it again. Like, it's really, really neat. It's still really cool.
We appreciate. How wonderful. As you know, there are weaknesses in the division between dimensions. For example, your vessel uses such weaknesses to enter
We really need to look at the
hyperspace.
warp pods, so...
However, there are other weak spots in the galaxy which lead to yet different dimensions. One such portal exists nearby, between the Chandrasekhar and Colin Bay constellations. The portal opens only a short time each month, starting on the 17th. Since we have never entered the portal, we can give no more information on this subject.
Is that when it opens? Okay. And it was in the Chandrasekhar. That's what it was. I knew about Colin Bay, but I just couldn't remember Chandrasekhar.
As you are probably aware, Ur-Quan starships, you call them dreadnoughts, I believe.
Have a good one, Happy Camper. Thanks for
possess
stopping in.
effective self-annihilation circuits, which prevent other races from reverse engineering Ur-Quan technological secrets. However, we have become aware of a shipwrecked dreadnought,
Right. I
which
forgot
has
about this.
remained largely intact. You will find the remains of the ship.
Okay,
on
we
the
already
surface
had
of the
Alpha
blue
Pavonis
world
written down for the warp pod
orbiting
thing,
Alpha
right?
Pavonis. We suspect you will find at least one item of interest there.
I did have a
Possibly
note to go
two.
there.
You may have noticed the presence of an increasingly large
I've already
number of red
dealt with that one,
which
actually.
move with. We are. Do not blame us. We are not responsible for this violent folly.
I mean,
The product is not being used in a correct manner.
dude,
Should you wish to confront the actual wrongdoers,
fucking
we
Melnorme.
suggest you
I
search
mean,
the
yeah, they're not
planets
fully
and take
responsible,
record
but also
for the
they
probe
gave somebody
bonus.
a program and just didn't tell them how to use it, and it's a program that could just destroy the universe. Fucking idiots. I love them.
Not more than 50 years ago, the Druge were informed by the now extinct Pervixes race of a powerful alien nation called...
Oh, right, the Utwig. I forgot about the Utwig,
The
too.
Utwig, the Pervixes explained, were pleasant, sophisticated creatures, but they were also terminally depressed and often spoke about ending their lives by activating a super weapon, some kind of gigantic bomb, which they had found on one of their worlds. Zeta Hyades 6b, I think it was. The Druge recognized the description of the bomb as a precursor planetary tool, which indeed was an explosive device of unrivaled power, and they set out to make it their own. Though the revolting, criminal, insidious Druge rarely leave their sphere of influence. It encompasses Algol, Almagas, and the Persei stars. They made a special trip on this occasion to the Aquarii constellation, where they made contact with the Utwig. There is a device commonly known as the Ur-Quan. Is it now in your possession? Ah, I see. The Druge sold this device to the Utwig, explaining that it was a precursor personal magnifier, which would enrich the lives of their entire culture in too many ways to describe specifically. The Utwig, I'm sorry to say, fell for the Druge's foul ruse and snapped up the Ur-Quan immediately. Fortunately for us all, the Utwig did not pay the Druge's requested price, the super bomb, and instead gave him a collection of historical oddments and genuine artifacts, which to this day the Druge are trying to unload on unwary buyers.
Okay. We'll get some more information later. That was a lot of good stuff. A ton of things to follow up on. Indeed. And we need to go to, yeah, Alpha Serankov. There we go. Let's go see Zex. Fine, we'll see some Vux. Yeah, it is Vux.
Welcome
Okay.
back. All our coherent destructors are currently offline, but if you care to hold your present course and speed, one will be free to annihilate you shortly. It's pointless. Why even bother trying again?
God, what did Vux stand for again? Was very ugly xenomorphs or something? Something like that? The insults. The story with the Vux, for those that don't know, are that they hate humans because humans are disgusting to them, but also we find them disgusting. And the very first diplomat to meet them gave them the worst insult, which was calling them very ugly xenomorphs. Or whatever. And so they don't accept the apologies since then. Probably doesn't help that we still call them Vux. Nice. Part of why I don't mind finding some Vux. That's just 600 resource points for us. Upgrade time. Well, later anyway, when we get back to the starbase. Get some money.
Why am I so blessed? My favorite friends, the humans, are back. Captain, it is good to see you again. You humans are so interesting, so beautiful. You know, I have many pictures of your species. I keep them on my walls to inspire me.
Aw, that's very nice, Zex. Okay, Zex has to stand for something too. I should probably figure that out at some point.
Ah, a most excellent piece of news. My chiton rasps and moistens with excitement. I have been looking forward to
Is that
this for
good?
so long. My subordinates stand ready to receive the beast from your ship, Captain. Effect its transfer, and then we shall give you the maidens you desire. Ah, my new child is on board. Such a big one, isn't he? And so frisky.
Very
I'm
frisky.
delighted beyond words that you have given me the beast, Captain. But I am afraid that there has been a slight change in our plans. Regrettable, but necessary.
You fucker.
Oh, my beautiful, luscious human. I had thought that the hideous, violent monster you have given me would complete my collection of ugliness, my menagerie of monsters. I was wrong. You, my human love, are the most vile, the most fierce, and wretched. My collection could never be complete without you. I need you, Captain. But alas, I fear you will not give your consent willingly. Am I right?
God damn it.
Therefore, Sub-Commander Dux, terminate communications. Warm up my modified intruder. Engage the precursor warp nullifier. Prepare for
It's
battle.
nice to be wanted, yeah.
Sub-Commander, why has my main console become inoperative? The transmit mode is locked. What do you mean the central system computer is damaged? How? The beast escaped? No, Sub-Commander, this is impossible. It couldn't escape from our strongest containment system. It's what? Decks 5 and 6? 11 crewmen? Sound the alarms, you fool. Where is it now? Engineering report. Engineering. Sub-Commander, seal bulkhead. Sub-Commander, are you listening to me? What are you staring at? Pay attention, Sub-Commander. Give me a report on its position. What are you staring at? Behind me? What?
Well. Poor Zex. Give out a little F in chat. Oh, that's the energy, right. I'm not maidenless forever, though. We got maidens right now. We're good. I do love that the menagerie just breaks free and they're just all over her. So many little details in this game. Oh god, oh god. I only lost 2 crews so far. It's too bad that you can't, like, find the beast again. Although, I can't imagine that you would want to keep the beast. Oh shit, we're full of data. I want to get the rest of it, though. It's so useful for the Melnorme. Even just using it to, like, get refuels out in the middle of nowhere is very nice. Ah. Alright, well we can actually get the show fixie now. And since we can get the show fixie, we should probably be able to get the yeehaw. All the relationships in this game are so wildly complicated. Show fixie, we're at... Oh god, Delta Gorno, right? Right? I think that's what it was. Which I think is actually here? After finishing this playthrough, I do feel like Walladil from chat gave me Starcom as a gift. And it's supposed to be like a spiritual reimagining of this by a totally different studio in a way. And it seems pretty neat. I should probably check that out. I really have wanted to, it's just been hard to get the time between everything else. Okay, this is unfortunately one of the only alien groups that just kinda sucks. But we'll deal with the show fixie here. Yeah, I know.
What might that be?
What do you think about having a lot of
I am
sex?
intrigued. Great reaping mounds of happiness! You shall be honored forever. I have been distant and then perform. Your name shall be Thank you, Captain. Farewell.
Good old consensual
I have urgent business
fornication
to attend
to propagate the species, of course. So I don't know where he goes. We're going to talk to the Yeehat next? Because the Yeehat will want to know that the Shofixi are alive, and that was part of their thing to actually join our alliance, but I don't... I think going back to Sol might be a good idea to check. Then we can actually go to Alpha Pavonis, too, because Pavonis is, like, this way, right? I think? God, I should just look up Pavonis. That is one of the things, there's so much star systems that it's better to just see. 056. Like, there is... There we go, okay. All the way up there. Long way away. You played both Starcom games, Nexus and Distant Stars. Oh, there's a... I didn't know there were two. We got Distant Stars, yeah. Huh.
Welcome back, Captain.
Okay.
Another small... Goodbye, Cap.
Don't talk about my small loads. Please. You want to play both? Play next, the earlier one? Huh. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'll have to check it out. I mean, I've got Distant Stars, so I'd probably just play that one. And then if I really want to go back, I could do that. There's so many games, I don't know that I want to, like, force myself to have to play both, because there's so many things that I need to do. Like, I've already done that with Yakuza, where I'm kind of now paralyzed, because I played Yakuza 0, and I don't want to play, like, new Yakuza. Because if I do that, then I'm just gonna feel like I missed out on all the stuff in between. I want to see, like, the whole story, because I loved Yakuza 0 so much. But then there's also, like, do I have the 1,000 hours, quite literally, that I'll need to play all the other Yakuza games in between? Not really? Not really. I still haven't played MechWarrior 5, and I want to go back and play some more Stellaris again. I need to finish, like, the story mission stuff in Caves of Cud, because I never actually won Caves of Cud, and I really, really, really want to see the ending of that game, because that game has an incredible story. Truly unique. And it's like, there's too many things. Too many things. The Yakuza Burnout is a real good series, though. It's got some incredible side story stuff. And, like, the main story for Zero is incredibly complex and intriguing. A really neat, noir kind of mob story. I'll have to see about doing Kiwami at some point. At least get one more. Let's get to Pavonis though, because this should give us the warp pod, which I think means that we can get in to quasi-space easier, and if we can get into quasi-space easier, then traveling becomes trivial. Or at least easier. Going around the stars right now is a gigantic pain in the ass and uses a lot of resources. Oh boy. Nine planets to look at. I'll say that's good enough for now. We'll just do one drop there. Yeah, this one's not even worth landing on. Let's go to planet 7. Sucks to have to go back and forth, but I like being methodical about this so I don't miss any. It's too easy to get, like, in your head and miss something. Okay, a bunch of noble gases here is good. These are worth a fair bit. This whole system, unfortunately, is very hot. I'm gonna lose a few crew to that. We've seen a few funny worm planets before. Oh, hello, hello. We destroyed the minerals that I wanted to grab. Well. Grab that and just leave. It's okay. The data's good, but it's okay if we do other stuff too. I'm gonna fill up our cargo bays here. Oh, we missed Planet 6. Okay, gotta remember that. We'll go to Planet 5 here, though. A copper world. That's okay. Not really worth landing on, unfortunately. Oh, I think I see. Is it the purple dot here? Some of them are hard to see on their orbits when they're really small. I think it's this one. Against the background of all the stars. Yes, okay. Man, that was a hard one to pick out. And it's only a Klondike world? Dang. Some of the purple worlds are really worth finding. This one... I don't have a lot of cargo that I've used yet. It's okay, we'll just wait. This whole area is so dangerous that I don't think there's good reason to land on planets where they're only worth like 2 apiece. Yeah, and we landed on 5. Okay, so good. So we want to hit 4. Ugh. I should have looked at how miserable this place was a little bit first. because this sucks. We have a lot of protections, so that's good, but let's just leave. We lost a lot of crew just for that. Yikes. Okay, let's... I think we're done with that. Fuck this place. I got all the good stuff first, exactly. I got the big resource units. I didn't lose that many crew. I don't really want to deal with the rest of the system. There can't be anything that useful here on a green, and blue planet. Like, everything here is so hot because it's a blue dwarf or whatever. Like, I don't want to deal with it. If we go here, the heat will probably be less intense on all the planets. A little less dangerous. Are these just gray? I think they are. Oh well. Can't fully tell. Yeah, they look like ones. Yeah, cadmium. Okay. Well, I'm already here. I'll pick them up. If we dump them later, it's fine. Please. There we go. This stuff is a little bit more worthwhile, at least. Not amazing by any means, but better than all the ones that we've been finding. These are worth like 3? So that's something. Because, God, our resources have been terrible right now, and I've been burning through them, so we do really need to actually get a load and bring it back. Do a little bit of the grind. Dust World. Ugh. Some of the red planets can be ruby worlds, which are really cool to find. Oh, and a purple world? Man, nothing's good. Why does everything suck? All ones. I'm not scanning the main planet because that'll just be a gas giant, not worth it. And another dust world. Okay, it does have biologics on it, so I think that's worth going down to get the data on. These are worth a lot. Like even if I just use the Melnorme as a gas station, these are probably worth more even than the most expensive materials. And I'll pick this stuff up because we're so far away from being full. I'm not gonna like stop at another location after this. So if we don't fill up, might as well do it. Ugh. Dust world, dust world, dust world. Gross. Well, a couple of worthwhile things, I guess. There's It's not much, but it's something. I remember green's worth a fair bit? Yeah, 5. Okay. Like, that is really good. It's just, there isn't a whole lot of it. Haven't found a, like, Ruby World or Treasure World or anything that's Radioactive World. Anything that's been really good in a while. That is a lot of biologics. Okay. Like, fuel costs are a lot, so paying off the Melnorme with biological data instead of resources is fine. Sorry about that. Kinda screwed that up. I have cat butt in my way. There we go. I guess I shouldn't be too upset if it's got a bunch of biological data that we can get. I would like to have enough cargo to actually take back too. It'd be nice. Come on. Radioactive world. I'm not even asking for like a ruby world, just carbide. There's my feelings on that. I'm gonna stop over at one more spot. We're only half full, and I only have 2 cargo spaces. Like, we've almost got nothing. But all these planets have had jack shit on them. These have been terrible places to explore. Wildly dangerous and exceptionally devoid of any value. I mean, the warp pod's like story important even, so there is that, but ultimately, I would like some money too. We do really need it. Well, that's useless. Should have known. I mean, any of the great planets almost always are. The Selenic worlds and just basically moons. Boy is being very fun. I should probably try and turn on the camera on this. I don't know that I can get it pointed down enough. He's like trying to slap my hand as it's on the keyboard, which I would prefer he not do. I'm gonna be entirely honest. Why are you staring at me? He's just staring at my hand. Okay, Pellucid World's actually pretty good. 1? 1? Okay, well that's... Like, great, they're worth 25. Also, it's 1. Like, come on. Often they'll have at least 5 or something, and then you feel like you got something out of it. That was garbage. Ugh. So where is... Oh, there it is. God, the purple planets are always so hard to see. So we're looking at planet 6, I think it is. It's right here, though. There's so many purple stars in the background. There we go. Oh, another Pellucid. More than 1, please. Okay, 6. See? That's worth a fair bit. Like, 150. It's better than 25. Like, come on. 1. Ooh, got 25 credits. So lucky. I mean, it doesn't fill up much cargo space, but it's still not worth lots, like... Even less than the gray stuff. I feel like it has to be worth like 4 for me to really want to go down. Alright, no matter what, pretty much we gotta go down to a couple of these though. Wait, what? Did we already get it earlier on this one? I must have. When did I get it? Planet 2. Huh. Funny there's so many Pellucid worlds here. Alright, let's go down. I mean, I'm so empty of all resources. We gotta grab something. Gross. All I'm trying to do is fill up my cargo base so we can go back to Earth with full cargo. I just can't do it. Everything's garbage. Just looking at space junk. This looks promising. What is this? Crimson World? Sure. I mean, is this super worthwhile? Not really, but hey. Might as well get something. hoping one of these would be a ruby world. Gross. Treasure world, please? Give me anything. Oh, Pea Planet. Nope. That's no good. Well... let's head on by the Umga. Then we can find the fun Umga for a second too and see their cool, just to prank stuff. We wiped out all of the life on the northern half of your planet. Haha! Funny. Thanks, Umga. Such good little guys. They just like to have a good time. No one wants to play with them. Okay. Didn't even see this one. Super dense world, so big tectonics. Sure. That's fine. We're okay with this. I can handle some tectonics. We got the very cool Melnorme upgrade of seatbelts. Oh, thank God. Okay, Treasure World. Thank you. Something that matters. Honestly, I'm guessing that we pick this up and then we run out of space. And we can just head off. That'd be nice. Okay, maybe not. We got a little bit more. And if we really need it, we can dump all of our stupid ones. Just in case. Let's take a look. A metal world. Okay. That has some use. Some good stuff down there. Metal worlds are really nice. Like, uranium is very worthwhile. Gold, silver, all that. Not as much, but still pretty good. How much do I have left? 30? I'll do something like that, whatever. Grab this and then we'll go. As much as we can fill. I guess I should dump more. To Earth! The Korra and Ur-Quan bubbles are getting real close to each other. Don't love that. Okay, I'm sorry. we're on autopilot. I know we're heading back to Earth. I want to check this for 1 second. It's so vibrantly purple. Is it another Pellucid? Ultraviolet world. Woo! Okay, I'm glad that I stopped here. This is extremely worth. Biologics and things like gold and uranium? Sick. This, because it's radioactive. This is probably the best planet we found, actually. It's extremely worthwhile. Did not mean to grab those. This, however... Last bit of data, and goodbye. Back to Earth. Now we're good. Glad that I stopped there, though. This will make a really good haul. And we did really need some extra resources. I want to try and upgrade some of our weapons again. We're pretty close to, like, fully upgraded, but there's always, like, little things you can shift around. Having extra money for crew is nice, even. Missed out on seeing the Umga, sadly. Didn't see any ships anywhere. That's okay, it's getting pretty late, I should probably head out. Everybody ready for the weekend? I'm so excited to be back past Saturday. I don't want Saturday to come But once I'm done Saturday, probably gonna talk to Tanya and see if we can like treat ourselves to something on Sunday. Because it's kind of the last wedding day of the year. It'll feel so good. Get some extreme burnout by this time.
Hello, Captain. I've been waiting to inform you of a new situation.
Uh-oh.
The Shofixti have
Okay,
returned.
that's good, good,
Their
good.
ships can now be built in our shipyards. With their vast numbers swelling our ranks, we won't have to worry about running out of able-bodied crew. And I'm sure their volunteers will reduce the cost for new crew.
Hell yeah, okay. That's really, really good.
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, Ur-Quan warp pod. Data. This unit appears to be the core for the starboard warp pod of an Ur-Quan dreadnought. It is surprisingly similar to our own warp cores, but it generates a much stronger, tighter field than the equipment we have on our cruisers. Summary, for us the warp pod is little more than a curiosity, though you may find some useful application for it in the future. That's the end of our scientist's report.
Really? Interesting.
More fuel for the fire, eh, Captain? Try to avoid getting...
Okay, now we should be able to see the Yeehaw and get them to like us because we brought back the Shofixti. Really nice to have our crew costs go down after we lost over 1,000 people, so had our crew costs go up. $6,000 to get another Hellbore cannon. I don't ever really remember using the Shofixi. I think we probably need to have at least one with us to show to the Yeehaw. Let's head towards Alpha Serpentis. I think it was Alpha Serpentis was their main spot, right? Probably should have written that down. Where did I have that? They were on Gamma Serpentis, okay. Not Alpha. There we go. And we'll save here. And I will see you all tomorrow for a little bit more of sub-picked roguelikes. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you're all having a fun time chilling with some Star Control 2. It's a really nice, like, quiet, chill stream. I think these are great. It's just been a blast to play. So, I'm going to host you over to somebody else, so don't go away. Thanks to the follows, thanks to the subs. If you're watching on the YouTube, you always follow there too. Do appreciate all that. And stick around, because I'm going to host you over to somebody else on Twitch. See who's around. Other than that, I'll say goodbye to YouTube for now. Have a good night. And let's find someone